Hello, good morning, and it is now Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Just a friendly reminder that, Tony R's will be closing in 11 days from now. So if you want to go, do it now or forever wish you had. Listen, I know it's a little bit silly for me to talk to, promote a restaurant that is essentially, closing, but Tony R's really is very good. And if say that you do go that one time before it does close, and it's the only time you've ever gone at all, you're gonna remember it. I guarantee you that. You'll definitely remember it. Now, whether or not the experience is good or bad, I can't really say, it's really based on, opinion. But, it's definitely there. So, with that taken care of and out of the way, excuse me, it's weird, I couldn't find myself to get out of bed this morning. It was really odd. And I went to bed pretty early too, 9:30. Anyway, this is Amphibia, episode 17, Curse and Fiddle Me This. Now, Curse is actually a throwback to, one of the earlier episodes. It was the episode when they were trying to make pizza where the Planner family was given dough if, they arranged that Sprig marry this one creepy looking girl named Maddie. And so that's what ends up happening. However, in this episode, Sprig wants to break up with her, but because of the fact that Maddie does look and act, kind of creepy, he gets scared. He gets, nervous. So Anne helps to, break him up by essentially, they basically do like a paper airplane note, but what Anne is suggesting is, basically text message, which, folks, as someone who has been broken up before via text message, don't do it. It's not cool. So, yeah, so I have had yes, it does prove I have had a girlfriend before, but that's neither here nor there. With that said, because because everyone's worried that Sprig is worried that Maddie took it too far because Anne and Sprig both wake up cursed. Well, here's the thing. Prior to sending the note, or, trying to break up with Maddie, they bump into this one guy named Barry, who had these very special, basket, I guess, full of blue moon berries, because he's a berry salesman. And apparently these berries grow once every 10 years, and so they knock them over, they're on the ground, they're ruined, and Barry tries to act cool, but it turns out he's the one who set the curse. But at that time, Anne and Sprig don't really know that. They think it's Maddie. So they go to Maddie, ask her to try and lift the curse. But it turns out that, in the realm of Amphibia, curses can only be broken by the caster. And since Maddie was not the caster, but she does have, it's really funny because Hot Pop takes a look at Anne and Sprig and see Anne is starting to grow feathers and a beak like a bird, and Sprig is starting to grow all, hairy. And then Hot Pop's like, yep, you're cursed. And then Anne's like, that's a thing here? Oh, and there's lots of things about this place. Sculpture, mosaics, and then it cuts to Hot Pop up close like, the dark arts. that was funny. Oh, there's a really funny running gag in the episode that involves the Planner family door, because it keeps falling, over or whatever. And basically, after because Maddie shows up with basically delivering bread, and Sprig's like, please lift the curse. And then as I just said, Maddie can't because Maddie is not the caster, but Maddie does follow, practice the dark arts enough to while she does cast curses, the curses are meant to help people, not hurt people. So yes, Maddie is a good guy, which I like that. That's good. And it basically builds upon the lesson that just because someone looks creepy or acts weird does not in any way make them a bad person. Not at all. So it's basically don't judge a book by its cover episode, but it's done pretty well. I like it. So Maddie uses this sort of magic that allows them to track whoever, cursed them, and it turns out that it was Barry. And so Barry and Maddie fight each other in like a dark arts battle, because Maddie's like, as someone who practices the dark arts, I do not approve of what you are doing. Because basically they do try and ask Barry to lift the curse, but not only is Barry, vengeful, he's also very unforgiving. So, yeah. And of course, because Barry is the kind of guy who has this image of being like the happy-go-lucky sort of, guy. And so, yeah, it was really good. So there's this like climactic battle of Maddie and Barry like throwing like bags of magic powder at each other. That essentially is what the curses are. There's this one climactic explosion where it cuts to the Planner family, and this is where it got me. It gets to where Pop fixes the door. The explosion happens way in the background, and the rumbling causes the door to break down, and Polly just looks at him like, good job. That one got me. Although there's a funny joke in the other half. So, yes, the curses are lifted. Sprig and Maddie are friends. All is well that ends well, which is awesome. Now, the second episode is Fiddle Me This. And I realize that there is a lot of stuff that I am, like, sort of forgetting, but I'm trying to touch upon, the important plot points of the stuff that I definitely remember the most. And so, the next episode is Fiddle Me This, where a sort of contest called Amphibia's Got Talent, which reminds me, 17 episodes in, and I think this is the first time they used the title of the show in the show. Seriously, I think this is the first time they've ever done that. Which, come to think of it, I think it is. Cool. I wanted to be like Peter Griffin, be like, he said the title, they said the thing. But, yeah, that's not Family Guy, this is Amphibia. So Sprig is actually really good at playing the fiddle. And Hop is worried that, he may not have given the quote-unquote best life for, Sprig and Polly. It's basically, full disclosure, this is an episode where, a person can be perfectly happy with, living a normal life, the way things are, etc. But, Hop tries to push Sprig to do, really well. And, to do really well, and it does go a little bit too far to the point where, during the show, a giant bat flies in, carries Sprig, and, it causes chaos and runs amok. But here's the thing, though. It turns out that everyone thought that entire thing was staged, so they ended up winning anyway. But Sprig just wants to, and they offer Sprig basically a job in order to, travel around and, play for others. But Sprig's like, nah, I'm just happy with, the way things are. And, but they do get a good trophy, and they take that with them. So, yes, this was a really fun episode, really funny episode. But here's the joke in Fiddle Me This that got me really well, because Polly says she can sing, right? And basically she does a loud, la, and then it causes all the windows and glass to break. It causes a snail shell to crack open, and a guy's carriage that was behind the snail to break apart. And then several giant bugs fall on the snail and the guy who was in the carriage. And then a giant bird falls on him too. Like, that one got me. That really, really got me. So, yes, all in all, definitely some elements of fun. Some good lessons to be had, such as don't judge a book by its cover. And, just because life isn't great doesn't mean that, you can't be happy with it. So, yes, it is or you can be happy with the life you're living. That's what I meant to say. So, yes, this was a very good episode. Again, with 3 episodes before, well, technically 2 episodes before the finale, but 3 episodes left in the season. That does include the finale. We're definitely close. It's going to be, I think it's going to be a pretty big finale that we're going to be getting at the very end. I don't know what specifically it will entail, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So outside of that, it's weird. Like earlier, I think it was on Sunday, I just looked up the weather thinking, okay, because I thought we were going to get like rain, but we haven't. I mean, yesterday was actually pretty. Today it's cloudy today, but I think like the rain is gonna come a little bit later. I don't know. So now you have that. You have that going on. Well, besides new Amphibia, we also have a new episode of America's Got Talent, which, of course, Amphibia's Got Talent, America's Got Talent. That's what it is. Although it's weird, because one of the judges said, and the winner of Wartwood's Got Talent is Spring Planner. And like, you just call it, is it Amphibia's Got Talent or Wartwood's Got Talent? Make up your mind. But, I can forgive that sort of inconsistency because it did, again, this really was the first time that they used the word Amphibia in the actual show. So, okay, where to go? Although, that does remind me, the 2 judges for that they had for Amphibia's Got Talent in the episode were voiced by Tara Lipinski and Johnny Weir. Yeah, 2 figure skaters. So, I guess it kind of makes sense. They would know a thing or two about judging. Being, figure skaters that I do believe were in the Olympics. So, yeah, that's really cool. Some other things are happening. Well, at least that I know of today is, you guys know I watch Hot Ones, and you guys know that, First We Feast makes Hot Ones, but they also make a show called The Burger Show. And I do believe there's a new episode today, so I'm definitely looking forward to that. And yeah, I know I forgot to post a video about showing what happens when a devil fruit power meets its essentially weakness, which does feature the face that launched 1,000 memes. So I will definitely put a link into the description of that below. So I haven't really, I also meant to do a giant Facebook post about what my full course menu is. Bless me. Entirely. But I think I'm going to wait. But since several items on the menu do feature stuff that you can get from Tony R's, I'm actually going to wait a little bit until we get closer when Tony R's does close, because I do want to give it one final send-off, and doing it now would be a little bit, on the early side. But yeah, that's pretty much what pretty much all I have to say on that front. And yeah, I don't really have much else to talk about. So, like, favorite, share, hit that subscribe button, turn on the notifications. I forget to really, I know you're supposed to do that, but please do. Follow me on the social media platforms. I am humbled I made this video for all of you guys to watch and enjoy for today. I hope we all have a wonderful Tuesday. And remember, for you guys who want to talk or chat, I'm always going to be here to lend an ear. And I'll always have your back. Take care and make good choices.